Welcome to this week's show. Hi, I'm your host, Denny Snyder, and you're watching USA Outback. This week we've traveled down to Tilghman Island, Maryland for the annual Captain Buddy Harrison Pro-Am Rock Fishing Tournament. We have a great show planned for you today. We're going to catch some monster stripers, learn a little bit about the Chesapeake Bay area fishery, but first a word from these sponsors. All right.
Code Blue introduces standing estrus. Each bottle is certified buck tested. This means a buck has already come to it, or was attempting to breed the doe from which we collected the urine. She stands. He attempts to breed. We bottle it. Standing estrus is the premium and most powerful peak estrus urine ever collected. The chase ends when the doe stands. Never before available. Supply is limited. Advance order your bottle today to ensure availability on September 1st, 2004.
Night and Hail Ultimate Whitetail 10. The biggest bucks in 10 years. Over 3.5 hours. Including a special look back at the past 10 years of videos with commentary by Harold Knight and David Hale. The biggest bucks the Night and Hail Ultimate Hunting Team has ever taken on tape. Ultimate Whitetail 10. Available at your better sporting goods stores.
There's no better teacher than an actual hunting experience, being able to learn from your mistakes and applying them on your next hunt. Everybody needs an edge. That's what makes a great hunter. Mine has been the Walker's Game Ear, being able to hear better than I've ever heard before. So let the Walker's Game Ear give you the edge you need.
Walker's Game Ear, maker of the finest hearing protection for hunters. Hear like you've never heard before and protect from the harmful effects of muzzle blast.
Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter for hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Call us toll-free or shop online.
This portion of USA Outback is brought to you by Matthews Solo Cam.
Hi, I'm Captain Buddy Harrison. No, I'm Captain Buddy Harrison. You're watching USA
What?
Outback.
What is this, Abbott and Costello thing here?
Where are we heading, Captain?
We're headed to an area we call the Goosies, the Summer Goosies. It's sort of in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay. It's a flat plateau area, old oyster bed, has deep water on all four sides, and it comes up to 30 feet on top of it. The Chesapeake River, the main channel, goes down the east side of it from 35 to 80 feet of water. The shipping channel comes up the west side of it, 80 feet, 70 feet of water. There's a big, big hole on the south side of it. It goes down to 100 feet. And on the north side of it, there's an area that's called the False Channel. It's a false channel running in the Chesapeake River. It's 55 feet. This plateau comes up 30 feet and 26 feet on top of it. And we're going to fish on the edges of it first, and then if we don't catch any fish there, we'll ease up on top of it. Fire one. We got some umbrella rigs we're putting out on these planer boards. We've got about 50 foot a leader with a 9/0 bucktail with his 9-inch sassy shad with a stinger hook in the middle of it. And we're going to clip this to the leader 60-pound test. We're going to drop that out. It is going to be fishing about 12 feet under the surface. Fish on! Fish on! You are. You are, Richard. onto that. Okay, start cranking when you can. Just pull up on it, go down. Alright, next time you wind, just keep winding. Start to walk right back to these benches. Keep winding as you walk. Just walk backwards right to the benches. Keep winding, keep winding, keep winding. That's it, keep winding. Keep winding until your swivel gets straight to the tip. Wind it till the swivel gets to the tip. Go. Perfect. There we go.
Not a bad beginning.
Grab it, see? Got it. Yeah. Got it. That's your first rockfish, isn't it?
No, I've got some small ones. That's my biggest rockfish.
He was caught on a ruby lips 9/0 bucktail with a 9-inch sassy shad. Let CJ put that belt on you. Where's all those photographers? Got pretty women winding and they're all sitting up here looking at her instead of getting on the other end. Turn the boat around a little bit. Are you gaining now, Tina? Gaining. Okay. All right, Gina, back all the way up to the benches. Just keep winding right to the tip. Got some meat to him. Go. All right. Ready?
Nice. Slammer.
Gina, how'd that first fish feel today?
That was incredible.
36 1/4.
We had been studying striped bass since the early 60s. We do a juvenile index survey in the bay, and that measures the small fish, the juveniles that have spawned and been born here. So from that, that indices, we can determine how many fish we're going to have, what the population is going to look like in the future. And we saw in the 80s that it had been severely declined. We didn't have the spawning stock for the juveniles, and we put in some very strict management measures, eventually a moratorium in the 80s, and that's recovered. It just goes to show, what the proper management techniques can do for a fishery.
Now it's time for the Lancaster Archery Supply Tech Tip with Rob Coffin.
Quality and dependable arrow rest is essential for any bow hunting rig. Select your arrow rest based on the kind of hunting that you plan to do most. If you stalk or still hunt, use a full capture rest like this whisker biscuit or a drop away rest. If you're moving with an arrow nock, be extremely careful of the exposed broadhead on the arrow. The whisker biscuit uses flexible brushes to provide full capture of the arrow so it is always in position for your shot. It's one of the toughest rests for extreme conditions and provides good hunting accuracy. Drop away arrow rests use a cord, arm, or inertia to drop the arrow holder as the arrow is launched forward. They're extremely accurate with helical fletching and broadheads. Trophy taker, drop zone, and many other rests use a cord attached to the bus cable to raise and drop the rest. Set up your drop away rest so that your fletching just clears the launcher arm. For hunting out of a tree stand or ground blind, use a drop away or any of the popular double prong rests from Golden Key, Cavalier, or New Archery products. These rests are accurate, economical, and easy to set up. Set the spring tension just heavy enough to hold the weight of the arrow and the nocking point level at 90 degrees to the string. Have your pro shop use a laser center gauge to check proper center shot on your bow. If you're doing it yourself, use manufacturer's measurements or marks such as the lines on this Matthews grip to set your center shot. Always use a silencing material such as Teflon, heat shrink, or fleece to silence your arrow coming across the arrow rest. By choosing and using the right arrow rest, you'll shoot like a pro this year. I'm Rob Kaufhold, and that's your Lancaster Archery Tech Tip of the Week.
Now it's time for the Night and Hail Call of the Week with Harold Knight.
Tube goose call. This little call, I made the first one of these in the late 1960s. I used this call, I was doing a lot of goose hunting then, and I found out that you could take this call when you're hunting over just a few decoys and geese were in close, they would respond to this call real good. You could blow it extremely fast. That's what's neat about this. This got a realistic sound to it too. You have some drawbacks on it. Probably one of the drawbacks is volume, but it has a realistic sound. And this call has been very effective in some calling contests. I think it's won about 3 world champion call in events in Eastern Maryland. It's won several regional and state calling championships. It's simple. It's a little piece of latex membrane over a hollow tube. You can see, and what the secret of blowing this is the way you place your lip on it. Again, you have to put your top lip on top of the call like this, and you got to pucker your bottom lip up to meter air over this little diaphragm right here like this. But anyway, the sounds you can make on that it's unreal. You can make a lot of different goose sounds with this. This is an excellent call to use with a reed call or more than one people blowing because it puts some real goose sounds into stuff. You can give a pleading sound like or you can speed your call up and sound like more than one goose, like the tube goose call.
Code Blue introduces standing estrus. Each bottle is certified buck tested. This means a buck has already come to it, or was attempting to breed the doe from which we collected the urine. She stands. He attempts to breed. We bottle it. Standing estrus is the premium and most powerful peak estrus urine ever collected. The chase ends when the doe stands. Never before available. Supply is limited. Advance order your bottle today to ensure availability on September 1st, 2004.
Hey, Hoss, you ready to go?
Wait, let me get my deer call.
Oh, I got the translator. We're all set.
Good.
Night and Hail's new translator deer call makes all the sounds you need in the deer woods. A simple sliding motion sets the call to fawn bleat, mature doe, young buck, and mature buck.
Sounds like a translator does it all.
Well, I know this. When you're in deer country, you'd better have a translator.
Bring them closer with the translator by Night and Hail.
We're catching trophy rockfish. I can't tell you how good the fishing is in Maryland. I'm going to say it's the best fishing on the East Coast. We've got the Atlantic Ocean where we have terrific tuna and marlin, shark fishing. We've got the beautiful Chesapeake Bay where, this time of year the trophy rocks are running. We've got a couple in the cooler already. We're going to fill that up before the day's out. The fishing elsewhere in the state, we've got some of the best trout fishing on the East Coast, terrific bass fishing. There's something for everybody here in Maryland. I hope when people are considering where they're going to go, what they want to do, they decide to come to Maryland, because this is the place to catch fish.
I'll see you later. In here, boy. All right. Sweet. First striper of the year. All right. Thanks, CJ. Thanks, buddy.
Nice fish, Dan.
See ya. All right. And that's why you come to Maryland, folks, for this fantastic striper fishing. Nice. Thanks, Paul. Slammers, boy.
Right in the lip. Nice job.
All right.
Nice job.
All right, I think we're going to have some fish for dinner, buddy.
Yes, indeed.
What do you think?
Yes.
Get him in the core with the rest of these guys.
Measure him up.
Oh, yeah, we got to see how big he is. $33 and a half. 33.5-inch striper. Now it's time for Making Sense Out of Sense with Don Bell, brought to you by Code Blue. Don, a lot of guys use deer scent when they go out deer hunting, and they're in the habit of using deer urine. Now, lately, there's a lot of new products out there, and some guys have switched over from using the urine to the gel. What's the advantages of using a gel?
They are, and Denny, the advantages of gel is pretty apparent. Light heat and oxygen ammoniates urine. So liquid urines, when you pour it out, you can't help it. It's a natural process. It breaks down and starts ammoniating. With the gel, in Code Blue, we've introduced some gel in the past 2 or 3 years. We have it both in an estrus, buck, and a tarsal gel. And the advantage of the gel is that it lasts longer. It doesn't readily evaporate, wash away, or freeze. Now, it will freeze, but it's going to have to get cold to freeze. The advantage of it, the gel, as you can tell, is thicker. It has a dauber in it to where you can kind of paint it on. So the advantages is it doesn't readily freeze, wash away, and it lasts longer for them.
That's some great information. It just helps the hunter become his own scentologist.
There you go, big boy. Scentology. Hey, folks, this year get you some gel, and you get more for your bang, last longer, and be successful this year.
Code Blue introduces standing estrus. Each bottle is certified buck tested. This means a buck has already come to it, or was attempting to breed the doe from which we collected the urine. She stands. He attempts to breed. We bottle it. Standing estrus is the premium and most powerful peak estrus urine ever collected. The chase ends when the doe stands. Never before available. Supply is limited. Advance order your bottle today to ensure availability on September 1st, 2004.
He knows big bucks don't get fooled by accident. He knows that Code Blue is the only 1 deer to 1 bottle deer scent. Each bottle is numbered and contains the urine from 1 deer through our patented scientific process, giving that buck the actual scent of a single individual deer. Know the rush of a successful hunt. Know what he knows. Code Blue, from 1 deer to 1 bottle.
There's no better teacher than an actual hunting experience, being able to learn from your mistakes and applying them on your next hunt. Everybody needs an edge. That's what makes a great hunter. Mine has been the Walker's Game Ear, being able to hear better than I've ever heard before. So let the Walker's Game Ear give you the edge you need.
Walker's Game Ear, maker of the finest hearing protection for hunters. Hear like you've never heard before and protect from the harmful effects of muzzle blast.
Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter for hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Call us toll-free or shop online.
Secrets of the Pros is brought to you by Walker's Game here. Captain Buddy.
Hey, Denny.
Hey, buddy, I gotta ask you, this week's tip. When you got 2 fish on, you got this many lines out, how do you keep them from getting tangled?
You try to keep the boat, put somebody else on the wheel and keep the boat trolling straight into the wind. And I just slow it down with my trolling valve to about 1 knot trolling speed, just so everything just kind of lays steady but won't hit the bottom.
There you go. Well, we got 2 of them hooked up right now.
Yeah, 2 nice fish.
Beauties. Is this allowed? Cameraman's allowed?
Oh yeah, cameraman's allowed to catch fish too. He worked him right in, man. Chad, nice fish, buddy. Hey. All right, that's a slammer, man. That's bigger than the one I caught. Yeah, nice
you
fish.
might have beat my fish.
33.5.
Right.
Very nice fish.
Take your other hand.
Fish on! Fish on!
All right. And we're catching stripers in Maryland. All right.
Come on, buddy. You're up around again. You got to crank it on.
That's a nice one too, boy. That's a good one on there, man. Over here, buddy. What do you got going on over here?
I don't know. I think I got a big crab.
Great big crab trap on there.
Nessie.
It's a long way out. He doesn't want to come.
You'll get him, buddy.
Well, we're going to try.
You'll get him. You got a lot of line out.
That one was 200 out on the top. This one was on the trainer board. He took a lot of line. 200 yards.
Nice fish. All right, buddy. Good job, brother.
I was waiting for.
That's a nice striper there, boy. That's 40 plus there. That's a hog, man.
Nice job. Nice job.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. Let me get my camera out so somebody can take pictures.
That roar's not quite big enough. Nice.
Hey,
Good fish, brother.
You need 2 hands to load them up.
you're watching USA Outback and we're catching fish.
The smile says it all.
Sure does.
All right. Another haul.
Hold on.
What's the official measurement?
It's like 35.
We're here fishing in the Chesapeake Bay with Captain Buddy Harrison Jr. They have a fantastic operation down here. If you want to experience some of the best fishing in the world, come down here to the Chesapeake Bay and fish with Harrison's. You won't regret it. And always remember, it doesn't matter whether you're fishing or hunting, your actions represent millions of other sportsmen out there with what you do. So always be an ethical sportsman. We'll see you next week right here on USA Outback.
Harrison's Chesapeake House at Tilghman Island. 410-886-2121 or the website
www.chesapeakehouse.com.
For more information about USA Outback, visit our website. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the Outback.